I mean, I know this is kind of personal, if I can say it like this, but the kind of like a famous quote is that what's most personal is the most universal. But the point that I'm making now is that I think I'm struggling with something, and that's something that kind of cost me a lot of, I don't know, opportunities, I guess. And I mean, it started with when I realized that I have like a kind of big pressure. Okay, I'm putting a big pressure on myself when I'm taking up in my hand, when I'm trailing for the team, when I'm playing with pros or against pros, and this pressure is all about the external, the reaction of others, the needing for approval, the validation, fear of being rejected. I don't know, all the things that we talk about on the channel, right? The like fears and the approval and stuff like this. And I'm trying to fix it through inner work. I'm working on myself in that aspect. But recently I saw a video from really smart guy. I'm gonna link you video in the comments down below. And I saw this video, and it was like really simple, but it was like really video that actually kind of like stood out, to me. And first of all, I just see it, just for pure enjoyment, then maybe I can learn something from it. I was like, okay, yeah, maybe it's just like too overthinking and stuff. But then for some reason, I come back to this video, and I actually start to like uh, try to like study the video, like if actually it can give me something. And so there was like a kind of like a chapter of the video where you asking yourself why you're doing what you're doing. And so just for fun kind of like just start to ask this really simple question. And what I realize is that the ego the ego that kind of like uh, I kind of like fed over the whole path of playing the CS and doing all the things was because of the ego, and I kind of fed the ego, and the ego kind of like hides the harsh reality that is behind it all. And so what I realized is that I think I just don't have passion for this game, and this is pretty sad because I gave it so much hours and effort, and I sacrificed a lot of things for this. And the most important thing is that I sacrificed time. um, and so this is pretty sad to realize. And so right now I'm kind of like in this stage where I'm kind of like, what the fuck I should do. So that's why I'm making this video, because maybe I can like talk with someone of you, maybe someone can relate on this, maybe someone can help me, or something like this. But mainly I just want to like put it out there. I know it's kind of personal, but this is my situation right now, and I actually don't know what to do with it. um, it's pretty strange, but it's my situation right now that I'm in. So the explanation of all of this, what I mean by that is that um, my goal is to become elite player in CS. Like I want to be like a Dunk, I want to be like a Monacy, I want to be like Zywu, just the elite players. And that's the reason why I'm studying flow state a lot. Like I'm trying to find a way how can I reach flow state like them consistently. And I think the way how I found is that flow state means that you are being immersed with the game. You have like a immersion with the game, right? So what's immersion is that you're pretty much engaged. What I mean by that is, for example that I had was that I was playing on Ancient on CT side. I was like having poor performance. I was like thinking, oh my god, it's like a easy, like this impossible to win. And I was thinking about enemies, teammates, whatever it is, like just not being in a flow state, just normally playing, poorly performing. Then I get 1v3 clutch with AVP, pretty sick. And it was kind of like a light switch, like literally like this, like a snap, and I was in the zone. And from that point, I just everything feels like a blend, and I was in flow state. I was fully kind of like engaged with the game. And so what I realized is that I get those snaps pretty often. And so what I realized is that I get engaged with the game only when I'm performing well, only if I get the clutch, only if I get this. And why was the snap happened is because of the external validation, is because of the people thinking of me that I'm maybe a good player. I may be talented. I may be this and that. And so this kind of gives me the ego bump that the ego needs for it to wanting more and more and more, and repeat that process with, I need to become the best, and stuff like this. And so why is this really dangerous is that, um, when I when I pretty much think about it in like a more bigger picture, let's say, the point is that I'm engaged with the game only about the results, only because of external validation, if that makes sense. I want to make career out of this game. I want to make money out of this game. I want to be a professional player. I want to be elite professional player only because I want to get recognition, and I want just the external factors, not the primal factors, like just doing it because I love the game. And so the thing that I realize is that the difference between average pro player and pro player itself, the elite player like Dong, Zaibu, Monos, is that they're playing so much often and they're so much in flow state, and that's because they're engaged with the game more often than others. And why is that? Is because they are doing it because they love the game, and they don't need to perform. They don't care. As you can see from the interviews and like just in general, you think about it, like Donk is just so humble, Zai was humble. They don't care about, they're literally saying it all the time, they don't care about their performance, they just care about the team. They love the game, they're playing it because they love it. And Monacy as well, right? Monacy is doing all the creative things, like in clutches he's doing all the creative things. He's, like just, yeah, just so much like having fun with the game. And that's it. That's exactly it. They're more engaged with the game than others, and that's the reason why they're having immersion in the game. That's the reason why they are hitting flow state more often. Okay. And so when I was thinking about this, I actually realized that I play this game just because of the external, of the validation, whatever it is. And so also the pressure kind of explains it. I get a lot of pressure because, for example, I get a lot of pressure because I don't want to get disapproval. I don't want to get rejected and stuff like this. So that also kind of makes I'm kind of putting myself a lot of in pressure situation. And so I get like triggered a lot often than others, and because I care about the results, right? And so why I care about this is because of the career and all those ego things that I talked about before. So it's kind of like a circle repeating around, and I kind of realized that pretty pretty later on. And so also I want to like tell you this, that you can try to like actually question yourself, like why you actually do what you do. And if it's something external, then you need to like think about, is it actually worth it to do it. um and try to find like some primal motivation. Maybe you can like, you have some similar problem like with that. And I also want to like tell you, and maybe try to try you to think about all the things that happening to me, maybe happening to you as well. You just don't realize it because ego can hide it well, like with me, for example. But I'm still kind of, I'm not hopeless. I still think that I can find some certain primal motivation that can keep me motivated, because I don't want to give up on this path. I give it like in general like 10,000 hours in this game. I sacrifice a lot of things, and I don't want to waste time, because yeah, I just want to make it out of pro, and I want to experience the things that the pros experiencing. I just need to find the primal motivations, which I think one of those could be like competitiveness. Let's say that's maybe the primal motivation that, for example, I have. I love to be competitive. I love competitive environments, and just in general, being competitive. Just for me, like that's kind of like the passion that I have. But I need to find more primal motivation so I can like adjust it if it's actually possible, so I can like reframe the mindset and adjust the primal motivations to external motivations. So pretty much my main motivation is that I'm engaged with the game and not the outcome, because this will eat me up inside. And I'm so happy that I actually found out pretty earlier, because it could be much more worse. I can be like, I don't know, you know 19, maybe getting already some offer, and now I actually realized, and now I'm fully fucked. So I have still time to work with. Um, yeah, I just want to say this is, I know this is, as I said, like pretty personal, but yeah, I I just need to share with someone because it's so overwhelming for me now, and I don't know if I should just give up, and or I should just keep working and keep doing what I do and try to like reframe it. Just let me know in comments down below. What do you think about this? Um, I would be really grateful for some recommendations or some tips, or just general, just open some discussion. It would help me so much. And yeah, that's it. See you guys. Merry Christmas. I forgot to say Merry Christmas. Now is day of Christmas. I enjoy it so much, and then I actually wanted to record this video because something that I'm kind of overwhelmed in kind of recent times. So yeah, that's it.